But yeah, I just don't know why my ex thought that was okay in any way to like expose. Like, that's so fucking private, and I never really wanted that to get out.
Time changed, we're different, but my mind still says.
Hey guys. Wow, I look so fucking pale. It's honestly like embarrassing. Hello, my name's Ramos. If you're new here, this is about to get fucking dark. Today, I'm just going to be addressing a whole lot of topics that you guys have been literally like pestering me about, that I've been like hardcore annoying because they're kind of personal, but I think that I'm finally ready and in the right state of mind to like finally address all of it, because like, I don't know, you guys are kind of like my friends at this point, and I feel like you deserve to know a lot of what's been going on behind the scenes, because obviously the only thing you guys see is like me uploading consistently for like months and then me just disappearing for like 6 months. And I don't know, so grab some fucking popcorn, grab a Coke or whatever heart disease filled beverage you would like, and let's get fucking deep. This is gonna be an interesting one. But before the video started, I did want to say one thing. I'm kind of done with like the like and subscribe bullshit. I don't know, it's just not me. Like, I don't like fucking begging for shit like that anymore. It's not my style. If you guys do like the videos, then obviously you're gonna like and subscribe. I'm not gonna sit here and be like and subscribe, please. Like, no, I'm done with that shit. I'm gonna be real, raw, straight to the point now. I'm kind of done with all this like proper YouTuber shit. It's just never been me, and I've just been trying to be something that I'm not lately. But what I was gonna say is the new merch is officially out, the Fuck Lauren Ramos merch, and I guess I'll start off with this since a lot of you guys are wondering where it like originated from. Basically, as you know, like any YouTuber that has lived in a small town or kind of blew up in a small town doesn't exactly have the best reputation back in the small town. I mean, you can see this with like Logan Paul, like Alyssa Violet, Haley Pham, just like there's so many videos on YouTube of like YouTubers that have grown in their small town like while they're still living there, and then after that their life has like totally been a living hell. So I kind of expected, you know, people to turn on me once I got involved in the whole social media thing. Like I was expecting it genuinely. But long story short, this interesting group of girls actually showed up to my parents' house trying to jump me for literally the most bullshit ass reason. Obviously they were either just bored or they wanted clout. I don't know what it was, but they showed up trying to jump me. They wouldn't fight me one-on-one. They would only fight me 4 against 1, which is why I didn't fight. I'm not even the fucking type to fight anyway. Like, there's enough fucking hate in this world. If you do want to cop the Fuck Lauren Ramos merch, because they actually took a picture in front of my parents' house, like not even my house, keep that in mind. Not even my house, my parents' house that they pay for. I don't even live there. I haven't lived there in like 8 months. And they used the caption, Fuck Lauren Ramos all 2021. So if you like the Fuck Lauren Ramos merchandise, this is what it looks like. It's a cool ass little like retro font, and it has the hashtag and everything. And on the back, I don't know if you can see it, but it says Lauren Ramos. It's just my classic penguin logo. It's probably never gonna change, honestly, so yeah. Without further ado, I have a lot of topics today, but I did want to start off with a trigger warning, because I'm gonna be talking about some pretty deep shit, and like it's gonna get really personal. So let's fucking do this. I actually have a list on my phone of all of the topics that I want to cover today, and I'm kind of nervous, like I'm like kind of shaking, but I'm fine. Let's go, let's do this, you know? Expose my entire life on the internet? Why the fuck not? This is my job. So first, I'm gonna begin with obviously the drastic change you guys have seen in me. When I first started YouTube, I was this blonde, bubbly, happy-go-lucky, like cheerleader type girl, and I don't know, that's just obviously not me anymore. If you want me to be totally honest, I would have dyed my hair black a long time ago if it was up to me. Like, I've been wanting to do it for years now, and I feel like the only reason I've had like the confidence now is because like I'm truly myself, and like I've truly found myself and like who I want to be. I don't know, I just thought that it was gonna completely ruin my brand, because like I was this like happy, bubbly, like blonde girl, and then now I'm like a real fucking person almost. It's almost like it was like a persona, after a little while, because if you guys couldn't tell, last year when I literally wasn't uploading for like 6 months at a time, I genuinely like wasn't happy. It was just all completely like dark and fucked thoughts. And like, I'm not gonna sit here and come on here with like blonde hair like in a happy ass attitude when my life's like actually shit behind the scenes. That's just like not authentic of me at all. And like, I don't want you guys to think like I'm hopping on like black hair because being alt is a trend and all that shit. Like, I have wanted to be like this for like the longest time. Like, I feel like I've always been like this. Like, off the cameras, I've always listened to fucking like Marvin's Room and Lil Peep and all that shit. And like, I just come on here and act like a basic ass white girl, which I can't do that anymore. Like, it's just not me, you know? And like, I know a lot of guys are like, I miss the old Lauren, like you've changed so much. Like, the reality of it is I've always been like this. It's just like, I put on this facade for you guys that I was happy, so hopefully you guys could like, you could get that like positive energy through the screen. But the reality of it is, I'm 20 years old now. I started my channel when I was 16. Like, you guys are getting older, I'm getting older. It's time to like get into some real shit. I'm done pretending like everything's like happiness and butterflies, because it's really fucking not. Like, I've been through a lot of shit, so I'm just realer. And I guess if you don't like the real genuine me, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, unsubscribe. I don't fucking know. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is why I moved to Ocean City for a couple months. Well, basically, here's what happened, long story short. My best friend Abby, probably the only best friend I have left in Bel Air besides like Maddie or some shit like that. Basically, she didn't go back to college for her last semester of school because it was Corona and like her university was closed. And so basically, she has this beach condo, she always has. And we stayed at it for senior week. That's actually the same one I got kicked out of, long story short. Basically, what happened was she asked her dad, she was like, yo dad, can I live at the beach house for the next 3 months instead of living in Bel Air, you know, because Bel Air is some fucking ass, don't blame her. And then she asked me to move down with her, and I was like, dude, Bel Air has literally ruined my life in so many ways. Like, I don't even want to start. Like, the people, like the environment, everything about it is just depressing as fuck. Obviously, you know, because I wasn't uploading for like literally 6 months while I did live there. There was just so many bad memories. The toxic energy was through the roof. I knew I couldn't grow unless I got the fuck out of there, which is why I said yes. Is my candle lighting on fire? Anyway, which is why I said, yes, Abby, I'll go with you. So basically, we lived down there for about 5 months. A lot of you guys were confused why I moved out of there so fast. We were only staying there for the time period that Abby was not going back to school. But it was an experience. I had a lot of growth there. Obviously, that's where like I dyed my hair black and all that fun stuff. And I feel like I truly found myself there. Just, you know, me and my best friend living in a condo in Ocean City for 5 months. It really does like open up your eyes to like, wow, there's so much more outside of this shitty small town. You know what I mean? It was beautiful. Like, just that whole experience is just like a fever dream to me. Like, it was so fun. It was so surreal. Abby's parents are like my second parents. I love them so much. And like, it was basically my first step onto being on my own. So that was also really, really fun for me. That's really all I have to say about Ocean City. So you guys can stop commenting like, oh my god, like, are you and Abby in a fight? Like, did you stop being friends? Like, why'd you move? Like, it's literally because she went back to school, and I wasn't gonna sit there and follow her to fucking Delaware like a lost dog. Like, obviously I was gonna move out and do things for myself, which brings me on to my next topic. I now live with Austin, which is my guy best friend, and a lot of you guys have asked the question, how did you meet Austin? Where did you meet Austin? It's actually kind of a funny story. So basically, my toxic ex-boyfriend's sister was dating Austin at the same time that I was dating my ex-boyfriend. Long story short, we weren't really, don't want to get into details, and just saying like, I pay $600 a month to say whatever the fuck I want in this room, so Austin has no clue I'm saying any of this, so you know who you are. If you're gonna call up Stina and be like, why the fuck you let her say that? He literally has no idea. He has nothing to do with this. This is all me. We weren't really allowed to be friends while we were both in those relationships. It's fucking weird. I don't know why. Don't ask me. But right after we got out of them, we became literally inseparable. So yeah, now he's like my best friend in the world. I live with him, whatever. Yep, that's all for that, because a lot of you guys are wondering. So a lot of you guys have been confused about like my whole boy life. I know you guys know I've been like on and off talking to like boys ever since I got out of that really toxic relationship, and here's why. I've never really been one to be like infatuated with boys. Not saying I'm like gay or anything, not that that's a bad thing, but like I'm straight, just to set the record straight. But I don't know, the way I said it just presented it in a way that I'm like not into boys, which I am, but like I don't want to be offensive. It's 2021 and like I get fucking scared every time words leave my lips. Is that normal? Like, whatever. Anyway, I've never really been the one to have my whole life revolve around boys and relationships and all that stuff. I've always been very self-focused, very independent, very into my friends and family's life. Never really like, oh my god, I need a boyfriend. Like, I fucking like need one. Like, if I don't have one, like I'm gonna fucking die. Like, no, I've never been that type of bitch. And it's like, when I got out of that toxic ass relationship, I was so eager to experience what relationships and boys were like outside of that very toxic relationship, just so I didn't totally fuck up my image of relationships forever. And I guess that's what I did. I kind of talked to like a couple guys, nothing serious. I didn't date anyone since then. Yeah, that's basically it. After like the last one that I just currently ended things with, I don't know. I'm just like, it's not something I need in my life right now. Like, I'm 20 years old. I have this whole career. I have my entire life ahead of me. My last worry is probably like which guy I'm gonna date next, if you know what I mean. Like, I've always been self-sufficient. I've never really needed someone to depend on for happiness. So that's all I'm gonna say about the boys. It's not like I was like sitting there like fucking dudes left and right, or like dating guys and breaking up with them the next day. Like, it wasn't like that, even though my ex would probably portray it as that. Okay, another topic I wanted to cover was my channel dying. I don't know why I didn't put this in the video. Like, this is literally the whole entire okay, anyway, this is literally like the whole entire point. My channel views have been very inconsistent lately, obviously, and here's why. I do this thing where if my mental health's struggling, obviously I don't want you guys to see that side of me, so I'll like take a break from YouTube for like 6 months, and that's honestly what killed my channel. Because as you guys know, I used to get 100,000 views per video, literally, was doing so well, and literally at my peak, my dumbass thought it was a good idea to take like a fucking 6-7 month break and not upload and just ghost the entire world. And now I kind of have to build my way back up, which I have no problem doing because like I don't give a fuck about views. I never did. I've always done this because I've loved it. So I have no problem like, you know, building up my views and my engagement again. Like, I know it's all gonna come back eventually. That's literally it. Like, it's not because like I'm fucking like boring now. It's not because I changed my content too much. It's literally like if I don't stay consistent, like it's fucking over. Like, that's how it works. It's always how it worked. And now that I'm uploading consistently again, I know all of that will slowly but surely come back. So my channel's not dead. I literally just fucking like almost killed it. Yeah. And why I put quotes is because obviously it's not dead. Obviously I still have enough money to pay rent and pay car insurance and live off of and live pretty comfortably. Everybody in Bel Air started this rumor that I went broke because like I got a day job or some shit like that. And the reason that I worked at Bath & Body Works is because with my job, I literally do not leave the house ever, and it gets so lonely, and I feel like the job that I had in Ocean City was the only way that I could make friends. And a lot of people are like, no, you're lying, you did that because you needed money. Like, I haven't gotten a job since I've moved to Annapolis, and the reason is I don't fucking need one. Like, I make enough money on social media. This is my full-time career. I have always managed my money and saved my money pretty well, and like financial shit has never been exactly a worry for me, but ever since I was like 16. And yeah, so I did get a job back when I lived in Ocean City just so I could have a reason to get out of the house, have a reason to make friends, have a reason to get social interaction, because if you know me personally, I'm like the biggest fucking extrovert ever, and if I do not have human contact and like face-to-face social interaction, I will literally go fucking batshit. Like, hence the reason why I'm constantly on FaceTime with people throughout my YouTube videos. It's like an abandonment issues type deal. I don't know. So these two topics kind of go hand in hand, and this is where I am going to slide in the trigger warning. I'm going to talk about my suicide attempts, and I'm going to talk about growing up fast. So basically, when I say growing up fast, my dad basically lost his job when I was about 16 years old. 15, I kind of started knowing that it was gonna happen, but 16 it like happened for sure. And that coincidentally is the same year that I started my YouTube channel. At the age of 16, I basically started making like a ridiculous amount of money that a 16-year-old like would never be making, and I started paying for my own clothes, my own food, like everything at this very young age. I bought my first car when I was 17 before I even had my license, and I just had to grow up really fast, like mentally and physically. I've financially kind of supported myself since 16, you know, besides like living in my parents' house until I was what, like 18. I don't know, like obviously growing up on social media, you grow up very fast, you're exposed to the world at a very young age. That definitely affected me a lot mentally and changed me a lot. Obviously you guys know I have a bit of a fucked up childhood, like a lot of childhood trauma and all that shit, and obviously that played a toll on me growing up really fast too. So a lot of people like say like I talk really mature for my age, or like I'm too focused on my goals and aspirations, like I should be like partying and having fun like a normal 20-year-old, and like that's just never what it's been. Like I don't even think in high school I was that big of a partier. I was never like, who's going to the fucking party tonight? Like I was always like, I'm gonna sit home, film a YouTube video and edit for 10 hours straight, and like I don't give a fuck. Like this is what I want in life, this is what I want to happen, and if I sit there and smoke weed and party and, you know, have fun as a teen, like I'm not gonna have the life I want when I'm older. So I had to make some sacrifices, and that's really the end of that. There's a lot of stuff I could talk about, and like obviously I told you guys I'm gonna make very in-depth story times about some of the stuff that I've talked about in this video. And on the topic of suicide attempts, since I didn't really cover that much, I do have a few suicide attempts under my belt. I never really wanted to bring it to social media, but if you want me to be completely honest, this girl from my town actually made like a TikTok about me that went viral, and it was just full of like lies. It was pretty bad. Like, not for me, because like I'm used to the hate. Like I woke up to I think like 70 comments telling me to kill myself that day, and I was like totally fine. Like that shit didn't really bother me, to be honest. I feel like I've seen it all at this point. But like one of the points that she used as like a weapon against me was that I was in the hospital on my ex's birthday because I tried to kill myself, so I'm like batshit crazy or whatever. And it's like, the only reason she knows that is because my ex literally had to text her and be like, Lauren tried to kill herself last year. So like she thought that was, I guess, a good idea to use for the weapon. And that is also one of the girls that is part of the Fuck Lauren Ramos merch, so go buy that. But yeah, I just don't know why my ex thought that was okay in any way to like expose. Like that's so fucking private, and I never really wanted that to get out because I don't want people to think I'm coming on here like, I want you to feel bad for me, like I killed myself or I tried to kill myself or whatever. I never wanted to get out because I didn't want it to look like that. I didn't want sympathy for it. I didn't want people like feeling all mushy gushy and sad for me. Like I don't like that shit. It's stupid to me. So that is why I never made it public. There's just some shit that I wanted to keep to myself. I've always struggled with mental health, obviously because of my like trauma and all of that, and I have talked to someone since then. It's not like I'm just not doing anything about it. There's a lot of stuff that is not brought onto the internet, and that is one of the things that I kept pretty personal. And the fact that it's like out now, that's really cute and fun and sexy for me. I'm sure that's such like a turn on, honestly. Like, God. I don't know. That's just like a little bit about my life and what's been going on recently. I know this was like really fucking dark, and like I only want to like usually put out good vibes, but it's the truth. I mean, you guys have been asking. I just wanted to give the people what they wanted. That's like my entire life, why I've changed, why I'm different, my living situation, how everything's going. Personally now, other than like before I left Bel Air, I'm doing significantly better in every way, like mental health wise, career wise, financially, everything. Like I think now is like, feels like it's like finally, like shit's actually happening, you know what I mean? Like I'm actually taking action, I'm actually filming again, I'm back in a consistent schedule, and it feels good. Like I have a very good feeling about this year. I'm trying to manifest some really good stuff for my career and my channel and just overall my life, and I'm gonna work my ass off until I'm where I want to be. And I don't know, just like if you ever get into this YouTube stuff, just know like you literally have no fucking idea what you're getting yourself into. And if you don't have a thick skin, if you can't handle like over 1,000 comments telling you to kill yourself or something like that, then you're not gonna be able to do it. It's brutal, don't get me wrong. Like I mean, I've been through worse, which is why I can handle this, but like, it's pretty fucking brutal. And I don't know, that was just like a little piece into my life, a little get personal with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any other questions or videos that you want me to make, I genuinely need your help on what you guys want to see. I only want to make really good content starting now. So, well, I'm not starting now. I guess like my last 2 videos are like a little taste into my new content, but like really I want to base my content around what you guys want to see. So make sure to let me know in the comments what you guys do want to see. Make sure to join my Discord because it's one big fun group chat of all my supporters, and I love talking in there. I'm very active in there. That is like the best way to probably contact me. That is going to be all for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. I love you so much. Never forget how fucking grateful I am for you. I genuinely believe you guys are the majority of the reason that I'm still here today, and I will see you guys in the next one. I love you. Bye.